I'm an ass man. Yeah, I'm an ass man. I love to love him. I love to kick him. I love to shove him. I love to stick him. Love to flaunt him. Love to watch him. I love to pick him. And I'm gonna kick him. Cause I'm an ass man. Yeah, I'm an ass man. Yes, I'm an ass man. Oh, I'm an ass man. So many asses, so little time. Only a tight one can stop me on a dime. I'm a lover of every kind. The best surprises always sneak up from behind, like this intro. Welcome to the Cobra Twist podcast.
Oh,
that was bad. I'm getting back in the groove of this. So this week, uh, did
oh,
oh, uh, I'm gonna leave this in. We are less than a minute in, and we've already lost Chris. This week, as you might have been able to hear there for just a second, he guess who's back again. Chopblockshow. Tell your friends if you have any.
yes, for the 85th time I'm on the podcast.
Yeah,
Remember when the joke was that I couldn't get on the podcast?
yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
No, we can't get rid of you. You're hanging around like a bad smell.
You asked me to come on here.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, we did do that.
Yeah, because Sean bailed on you or whatever.
Yeah, damn
Can't
you,
imagine
Sean.
somebody.
But no,
Can't imagine somebody bailing on a podcast. That would be awful.
Sean had his reasons. That's fine. No
Yeah.
hard feelings for that. So
Chris is here too. I don't know what's going on.
Chris is here. His mic is muted and he's dropped out of the Discord call maybe like 3 times, but
Trust us, he is here.
we're gonna go on with the news. This week, start with the saddest bit of news. We lost No Jack. Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's, he might not have been the best person in the world, but he was one of a kind.
Iconic. Yeah, he was one. He was completely iconic. He was almost synonymous with that era of wrestling. Really.
Yeah, and I didn't even really believe it at first. I didn't think he ever would die.
No, I refuse to believe it. Like, I was like Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman said it on the interview he did for Talking Smack. Well, it wasn't really an interview; it was more just like him kind of like a promo thing. But it was like I didn't want to believe it. I was like, nah, he's got to be joking, right? Like, it's not beyond what New Jack would have done to go. It'll be funny. Make everyone think I'm dead for a little while.
Yeah, I'd believe he would do that.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it was real, and we lost one of the icons of that era, as I said. Anyway,
yeah.
I don't know what's happening with Chris. We're gonna keep going.
I'm here.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, did we start already?
Yeah, we started already.
Oh no!
We're already in the news, man.
Yeah.
I heard none of that.
Oh, we just finished the New Jack bit.
Yeah, it's all right. We were just saying how much like
all that came up for me was that you started recording and everything went dead silent.
That's brilliant. I certainly hope that's not how the recording comes out. So in slightly lighter but more confusing news, Zelina Vega was spotted at the Performance Center this week.
Yeah.
And
what's going on with that?
Apparently, she's on her way back to the company.
That's
Which
interesting.
Is really funny how she went out of the company by starting her OnlyFans and supporting unionization.
And now she's back. I saw she hasn't been on Twitch in like 2 months.
Yeah. I don't know if this is true, but I have just a little bit of a feeling that maybe it wasn't working out too well for her.
I
Maybe.
have that same feeling, Chop. I have a distinct feeling deep down inside that perhaps the whole Twitch thing wasn't going to plan.
Who knows? But it'll be fun to see her on TV sporadically for the next 2 years and then get released
Yeah.
again.
So yeah, I know. Well, it'll be fun to have her for a year, and then we'll see her again.
Well,
you
after
know,
that, it's not
on
even
a
there
list
anymore. So what's the
on a
point?
list. Yeah, we'll see her on WWE's WWE would like to, wish
Well,
the best in the future endeavors too, and then the list. It's just
well, the initial report was that she was going to film something, so I thought they were doing Fighting with My Family too, and she was going to be AJ Lee
oh
again.
God.
But I mean, I guess not. Maybe she's in these Aleister Black promos, and we just don't know.
And then I believe there were also reports about her being filmed, or at least being spotted with Simone Johnson, The Rock's daughter, who signed
Yeah,
to WWE.
which would be like cool, but I don't know the connection there like at all.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't know
Fighting
how
with My
you
Family, The
work
Rock
that.
directed it.
Yeah. Has anyone got any other news, or am I good to move on to?
Yeah, it was a pretty weak round of news.
Yeah, it was
Impact had
a
Under
pretty.
Siege last night, but
I don't
Who?
actually have that on my my summary of the shows, which I'm just about to go through. Did anything interesting happen?
of course you don't.
The
Yeah,
only
Moose became #1 contender for the Impact World title. So at the next Impact event, which I think it's hard to kill, I don't remember. I don't really keep up with
Impact would appear to
Impact
be
as much
very
as I
hard
used
to
to.
kill.
yeah,
But yeah, we're
Still
gonna get
going
Kenny Omega
somehow.
versus Moose.
it's the company slogan.
Yeah. You may try, but we'll keep coming back.
I mean, Moose isn't winning. Like we all know that, right? Like,
Right. Well, AEW. Start with that. I've kind of taken out all the boring bits of both AEW Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. So
it was a bad week for shows.
yeah,
Overall, bad week.
and
Didn't you give SmackDown like a 6?
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'll get to that in a minute. So we'll start off the AEW summary. Moxley defeated Nagata to retain the IWGP United States title.
Mans came out to Wild Thing. Hold on.
Yeah, I was just
He
about to
came out
say
to
he came out to
Wild Thing.
Wild Thing, which that was
That
cool.
was awesome.
Nakamura was backstage too, allegedly. It's interesting. What are you planning, Mr. Shinsuke?
He's gonna win King of the Ring.
Hopefully.
He's gonna be in the casino.
So then Cody came out and declared that he is in fact Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, champion of civil rights, Cody Rhodes.
He had a dream about his wife. The Bucks then defeated SCU.
No, wait, hold on. We can't.
Dude.
We can't just blow by that Cody promo.
It was pretty terrible. It was pretty awful.
And take it from me, I don't think that Cody Rhodes is the one to speak for an entire group of people in any sense. So this was just
Cody Rhodes barely speaks for himself.
I don't even think he speaks for his dog. Like I like his
shout
dog.
Out to Pharaoh.
I like him. Yeah, shout out to Pharaoh. That dog's great, but fuck Cody.
Fact.
I can get behind that.
I hope you have fun with your whole family, your nightmare family. Seems like a fucking nightmare. Anyway.
Yeah. The Young Bucks defeated SCU, meaning SCU had to break up. They after the match, they immediately cut backstage. So we didn't get to see SCU in the ring.
I was ticked about
until
that.
like a 10-second replay after the ad break.
Yeah.
I was especially
Danielson.
thinking about that because I'm pretty sure Christopher Daniels is probably just going to end up going to a full-time trainer role for AEW.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Danielson Kazarian. just like that, it's gone.
that's it. That's that over. It's done now. Like,
Well, and another thing
One of
is
the
that
best tag teams in the past 15 years, maybe
and
10
they
years. I don't know
announced
how long
later
they've been a team.
on, they announced later on that they're doing the Bucks versus Moxley and Kingston at Double or Nothing. But why wouldn't you do Moxley and Kingston on TV and do Daniel Kazarian at Double or Nothing?
Yeah, because that just makes SCU feel not as important.
Yeah,
yeah.
and plus the Bucks are defending the belts again next week against fucking Pillman Jr. and whoever the other one is.
Griff
Um,
Garrison.
Who?
See what you did there. Griff Garrison.
Okay.
It's the Young Bucks versus the Varsity Blondes.
Steve Austin?
I
Nice.
see what you did there.
You see Steve Austin
That was the Hollywood
retweeting Ben Shapiro earlier. That was fun.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm. Let's have a good one with that, Steve.
Orange Cassidy. We'll say that it was him getting dropped on his head that made him do that. Orange
Shout out
Cassidy
to Owen
versus
Hart.
yeah. Let's not.
This has been a
Orange
bad
Cassidy
podcast.
versus yeah. You know what? Fourth time's the charm. Orange Cassidy versus Pac went to a no contest due to interference from Omega and Don Callis. Omega will now defend the AEW title against both of them at Double or Nothing. Because
It was supposed to go
triple
to a
threat
time
title
limit
match.
draw. It was supposed to go
Yeah.
to a time limit draw, Pac versus Orange Cassidy, but Orange Cassidy got legit hurt. He got knocked out.
Yeah,
I knowing that it was a real injury. I can forgive the shitty way Omega got interfered, but
Yeah.
why are they doing a triple threat? You haven't built Pac to this match at all. You've only built Cassidy, so why are you doing a triple threat instead of a straight one-on-one?
You haven't really built Cassidy because the best friends were feuding with Death Triangle. And then all of a sudden you're putting Orange Cassidy versus Pac, who's barely been in that feud. And they're
Yeah.
fighting over a world title match. That doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, and a world title match, it's in 2 weeks. It's not even. I don't know.
The Pinnacle were gifted watches by Tully Blanchard. The watches looked quite nice. I did like the watches.
No.
And then the Inner Circle came out on a truck and soaked the Pinnacle with the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Because we've never seen that. We've never seen that before.
I know it was dumb,
never.
but I actually kind of like this bit.
And then Jericho challenged MJF to a Stadium Stampede match, which MJF accepted, but only if the Inner Circle breaks up if they lose, because we haven't seen that before.
Yeah, so you just did Blood and Guts, and now you're doing Stadium Stampede 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
You're doing the serious match first, and then you're having the comedy blow off. It feels like it should be the other way around.
Yeah, or you could have waited 2 months to do Stadium Stampede instead of 3 weeks.
Also, can we talk the fact? Can we talk about the fact that Chris Jericho has pretty much no-sold the weakest fall in professional wrestling history from Blood and Guts?
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
He's
he came out
legit
and he's
injured.
like, "Ooh, my arm hurty." Like
That's a
My
legit
blade
injury.
got stuck in my wrist tape. Don't show that on camera.
And then Miro, my boy, defeated Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. Good for Miro on that one.
Yeah, sure.
That was.
I'm
Now
gonna be
we're gonna
honest here.
go
I don't
to.
like Miro.
I'm
Gotta pretend you didn't say that. We're gonna move to the Fed now.
Well, I'm fine with the title change, but I don't know how this one's gonna play out.
I still like Miro. He's cool.
Yeah.
I was so excited to see what he was gonna do after getting released from WWE last year, and then it was a real letdown at first, and it kind of just ruined it.
I'll
Well,
admit his first little while in AEW was a little bit lackluster. But
The best man, it did have promise, and then they just built his character about video games.
yeah,
yeah, because I saw somebody say that AEW might have booked him like shit on purpose, which doesn't make any sense. But their
That makes zero
reasoning, well, their reasoning for it was like, oh, when Brody Lee came in, he immediately lost a world title match. Lance Archer comes in, immediately loses the world title match. So you wouldn't want to bring Miro in and have him immediately lose. But why don't you just book him better in the mid card? Like, what? I don't know.
let's move to the Fed now. Oh, I said the Fed. Apparently that upsets some people.
I like saying that. It's funny.
So if you dislike when someone says the Fed, cry harder.
Yeah,
Jinder
shout out to
Mahal,
Jabroni.
That's funny.
Jinder Mahal defeated Jeff Hardy, and wrestling Twitter got their panties in a twist, as they always do. They were very upset by this. Because Jeff Hardy deserves better. He's a legend, don't you know? Yeah, but he's like, how old is he? Someone must know.
He's 43.
I don't think Jeff knows.
He's 43. He's the same age as AJ.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm taking random digs at Jeff Hardy. I love Jeff Hardy. It's just
I know. Your profile picture has been Jeff Hardy for
ever.
as long as I
Literally
can
as
remember.
long as I've known you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Jeff, but he's not. He's
So
not
yeah,
anything anymore.
so yeah, Jeff keeps losing or whatever. Can we talk about Jinder's return? Most importantly, can we talk about the arrival of Shanky?
Oh boy.
Bro, this shit had me
Shanky,
fucking
man.
dying during Raw.
Shanky was the best part of Raw this week.
That's my big homie.
Shanky. God, that was just, it was so good. Shanky.
Shanky's gonna be world champion before 2021's over.
No, yeah, Lashley's dropping the belt to Shanky. That's the new Hurt Business.
RK Bro is a thing. I like
the best
it.
part of Raw.
Yeah, consistently, I think the funniest part of Raw.
No, like, I liked them last week, and then this week, Orton just, like, RKO'd the New Day, and Matt Riddle was just like, oh, well. Like,
Bro.
Who else but Randy?
Bro.
yeah, like,
Come on,
what
bro.
was that?
Bro, I can't believe you
Stallion
RKO'd
Randall,
him,
how could
dude.
you?
Yeah.
Randall Keith.
No, Randall Keith. Randall Keith. Sheamus versus Humberto Carrillo ended early due to injury.
Yeah, the other injury match this week.
Yeah, I've heard that apparently Carrillo was fine. The fall did look quite nasty though.
It did.
Apparently he was supposed to lose by just straight pinfall, so I guess he kind of lucked out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last part I have for Raw, because it was the last interesting part, Rhea Ripley beat Asuka in a singles match. I just hope she wins at Backlash. Because
Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Rhea loses at Backlash, I will be legitimately upset.
Well, I mean,
Like next week's podcast will be the rantiest podcast ever. I will be very, very upset.
well, I think what's either going to happen, because Asuka's obviously taking the fall in there. Like,
I think so, yeah.
yeah. So we're either going to get Rhea wins, and then Charlotte's like, oh, you didn't pin me. Let's have another match. Or Charlotte wins, and then we have to see that
Hey
again.
guys, I will be right back, okay? I'm sorry to interrupt this. I'll be right back, alright?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll be a few.
But yeah, that's just what I think is going to happen. It's although it would be kind of funny if Asuka just won out of nowhere.
Asuka wins, and there's never any like recourse after it. It's just Asuka's champion now. Rhea Ripley disappears, as does Charlotte.
Asuka,
Yeah, yeah. That would be cool. So the interesting bits from NXT. SmackDown. uh, no, Takeover in Your House is happening again at some point.
Yeah, in like a month.
That's all I have. SmackDown.
Oh wait, Bobby Fish came back. I forgot about
Oh yeah, of course. How could I forget?
that. Yeah, good for
That
What I
was
miss?
Nothing.
Damn, that was a long few
Actually,
minutes.
nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
SmackDown. SmackDown. Jimmy Uso came out. He has the world's second worst T-shirt,
Worst?
second only to Toothless Aggression. But
Yeah, when I think Jimmy Uso, I also think Chris Benoit. It's a good comparison, Daniel.
Yeah.
no,
that's a
but
really
like
good.
it's when you think T-shirts that are like not really a good design. And like, if you have a T-shirt that you need to censor on TV, you're doing it wrong.
What about
Yeah,
that
I
one
don't-
Moxley T-shirt in AEW?
What it look like?
All right. Actually, no. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look for the picture of it, and I'll just send
But
it.
that's John Moxley. His bit is that he's like extreme
Okay,
and like
but
quirky.
it's lame.
Not one of the Usos.
He's
One of the
quirky.
Usos. Like,
John Moxley is quirky.
yeah, well.
You could say he's a
Natalia
lunatic.
Tamina. He is a lunatic.
God, that was such a
On the
stupid
fringe.
fucking thing.
He was
Um,
on the
Dumbest shit
fringe.
ever. Remember that T-shirt he had for the longest time, which was like the parental advisory sticker, but it had his name on it. That was the
Yeah.
dumbest
Oh, that
shit.
ruled.
No, I hated that shit.
Natalia and Tamina won the women's tag titles.
Yeah, it's the best thing that the women's tag division has done in decades.
And given that the women's tag division is about 40% of SmackDown these days, glad to
True.
see something change.
Yeah. Oh, he sent the Moxley shirt. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
That's terrible.
I never. I mean, yeah,
I
I've
haven't
never seen
seen that
before.
T-shirt before. That's horrendous.
You gotta flash that up or something, Daniel.
I'll describe it. It's a black T-shirt.
Is it? Oh wait, a wrestling T-shirt that's black.
It's a wrestling T-shirt that's black, right?
Interesting.
And in orange, it looks to be spray paint. But
Oh,
I
it's
think
like
it's
crayon.
just printed on to look like spray paint. It says "Bitch AF Mox."
Dear
I'll let that
Santa.
settle down. There was an Intercontinental Championship match announced for next week.
Yeah, not Backlash. SmackDown
No, just
next
SmackDown
week.
next week. Yeah.
Backlash.
Why? Who knows?
And Shinsuke looks to be going after the King of the Ring, or just King Corbin's crown. They haven't announced a new tournament yet, so I'm gonna assume they're just gonna have like a match, like they did for the Money in the Bank briefcase, where it's like, oh, if you lose, you're not the king anymore.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Well, Corbin has been the King of the Ring for like a good year and a half now, and it
Boring.
died
It's boring.
so long ago.
It's
I think they're just keeping him as the king because they don't know what else to do with him.
Make
That's
him
a
the
good
lone
point.
wolf again. And you know what? Make him Constable Corbin again. That actually wasn't that bad.
Wait, you don't
It
remember
got
the
better.
Knights of the Lone Wolf?
Knights of the Lone Wolf.
No, because it was weird because at first he was like full king, but after a while he kind of like stopped. He was just only wearing the crown and like, but he's like wearing suits again. But now he's doing the whole king thing again. So like,
it's his crown's ugly.
I think he's been King Corbin, but as long as he had hair on the main roster, which was an awful period
Wait.
of time.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but he had that like Lars Ulrich thing going on where he was balding at the front, but like he still had really long
He's
hair
close.
at the back.
No, it looked like he had the fucking Venom symbiote on the back of his head.
And
That's
it
the
was like,
fucking Venom movie coming out. Is that fucking thing?
anyway, Chop, as I will now be referring to you as Anthony Choptano.
Bad.
Yeah, terrible. But
Chopblockshow Tano here.
you gave an average for this week of 5.25.
Yeah, banger week.
Yeah, that was all four
Wait,
shows.
we talk
there.
about NXT?
We
Kinda.
yes, we talked about everything that was interesting on NXT.
Oh, so y'all talked about Kushida versus Santos?
No,
Yeah, that was a good match. I forgot about that.
That match was a straight up banger. How did y'all forget about that?
It was good. I wouldn't say it was like insane or anything. Although actually, it was a really good match, and I don't know why. Ray versus Dolph on SmackDown. I don't know why, but it was really good.
that was quite good.
Yeah.
It reminded me of those like Mysterio versus Andrade matches from like 2019, 18 or whatever, where they would just
I
randomly
think
put
that's a
on
bit of
like
a stretch.
these. No, dude, like those Andrade Ray matches were so good. I don't know why Dolph put all his effort into this, but like I forgot Dolph could actually wrestle.
I forgot he wasn't just like a dirty dog. That
Well,
was
I
just
think it was because he wasn't wearing the SmackDown hat.
could be
True.
it.
Every Friday on Freshly Wheezed, catch BCW Aftershock. Coming up in 2 weeks, we will have BCW Survivor Series Faction Warfare, a special 2-night pay-per-view event, where on night 2, we will hold an 8-faction trios tournament to determine who truly is the greatest faction in BCW today. Don't you dare miss it.
So on this day, this is actually for yesterday because we were meant to record this yesterday, which would have been Saturday, but we'll just
Yeah,
go
so
for it anyway.
these are the events from May 15th, and this is being recorded on May 16th.
This will probably go out on May 17th. So these are like 2 days out of date, but screw you, you're going to listen to it anyway, aren't you?
Or whatever.
So in 1992, AAA was founded.
And they never botched anything ever.
Never. In 1995, a young Hunter Hearst Helmsley debuted on Raw, where he defeated John Crystal.
Oh, that jobber. What do you ever do?
Awesome name, though.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, that's John Silver. I don't know what I was thinking of.
In 1999, Shane Douglas leaves ECW.
Whoa.
From what I read, it was over a dispute over money that he was owed.
Wait, ECW money troubles. Get out of here.
It was later revealed in the bankruptcy filings that he was owed just short of $50,000.
Well,
That's not good, Paul.
Yeah. So I'd like to detail something here. This is the difference between WCW Nitro and Monday Night Raw. Okay. So in 2000 on Nitro, from somewhere in Mississippi, Chronic defeated Shane Douglas and The Wall to win the WCW World Tag Championships. Right?
Okay.
Crowbar won the WCW Cruiserweight Championship when his partner Daphne defeated Tammy Lynn Sitch and then champion Chris Candido. Per pre-match stipulations, the male member of the winning team won the title. I wonder who booked this match. In the main event, Ric Flair defeated Jeff Jarrett to win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
wow.
And now
That's
Raw
a
on the
card.
same day. The most interesting part of Raw was Cynthia Lynch, also known as Bobcat in TNA, was the first woman to win the Hardcore Championship. She would then drop it back to Crash Holly just minutes later.
Nice.
That was the closest thing to a women's match all night.
Good for her. She did good.
Sorry. That wasn't the only thing. Later on in the same show, Chris Benoit defeated The Rock in a 7-minute-long submission match.
Holy shit.
Um,
I never knew Benoit could choke people out like that.
I did. I did know that, yeah.
Yeah, the submission magician, Chris Benoit.
2004. In
No.
2004, my boys, the Second City Saints, CM Punk and Colt Cabana, defeated the Briscoes to win the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships.
Wow.
2005, TNA presented Hard Justice. Here's just part of the card because there was a lot here. On the pre-show, Shark Boy won a place in the gauntlet for the Gold Battle Royale. The gauntlet for the Gold Battle Royale. I'm reading that like an idiot.
There you go.
Of course, he didn't win. Abyss won. Raven defeated Sean Waltman
brother.
in a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. It's a terrible day to be Jeff Jarrett as he lost his NWA World Heavyweight Championship to AJ Styles in the main event. Tito Ortiz was guest ref.
Yeah, this is like Kane's
Tito
May
Ortiz.
19th.
2006, in Raw from Lubbock, Texas, Shelton Benjamin, Chris Masters, and Triple H defeated John Cena and Rob Van Dam in a handicap Texas Tornado Rules match. Due to match stipulations, Shelton Benjamin won the Intercontinental Championship with Rob Van Dam as he was the one to pin him. John Cena's WWE Championship was also up for grabs if he had taken the pin.
Wow. The spirit of WCW lives on.
Yeah. In 2007, Sabu was released from ECW.
Oh, why would he do?
I can't think of any reasons. 2011, TNA Sacrifice from the Impact Zone at Orlando. Universal Orlando. Here's part of the card. Mickey James defeated Madison Rayne to retain the TNA Knockouts Championship. Beer Money defeated Immortal.
Beer Money.
Yeah.
Wait, was that
Tommy
the Matt Hardy
Dreamer-
and Chris Harris match?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tommy Dreamer defeated AJ Styles in a no disqualification match. Kurt Angle and Chyna defeated Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett by submission.
Really isn't a good day for Jeff Jarrett, huh?
Awful
It's
day
a
for
terrible
Jeff
day
Jarrett.
for Jeff Jarrett.
You're Jeff Jarrett. Do not wrestle on May 15th.
Next thing you're going to tell
If
me
you are
is that 2018, on this day, GFW went out of business.
if you are JEFF JARRETT and you are listening to this podcast, hi Jeff. Don't wrestle on May the 15th.
I don't know how you could just say that off the top of your head.
Because I've been saying it for years, baby. It's
Ain't
up
he
there.
great?
It's in muscle memory now. I just say it sometimes instead of his actual name. In the main event, Sting defeated Rob Van Dam to retain the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. In 2018, Andrade made his debut on SmackDown, and nothing ever went wrong.
No, he's still there to this day.
Yeah. In 2020, live from not live, no, they were taping these shows. 2020 from the Performance Center in Orlando, Elias and Daniel Bryan progressed to round 2 in the Intercontinental Championship tournament.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that tournament.
That was fun.
Otis and Braun Strowman defeated The Miz and John Morrison. And
Yeah, this was right after Money in the Bank, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Braun was Universal Champion.
Yeah, and Otis had Money in the
I'm trying
Bank.
to remember. Yeah. And then Dana Brooke defeated Naomi in a 1-minute 40 barn burner.
I thought that was gonna be the karaoke segment.
Unfortunately not.
With main event Jey Uso as the MC.
God, yeah.
Jesus. So tonight is WrestleMania Backlash.
Is it
It
now?
pains me to say the full name. I want to get your predictions for this.
Well, what if I don't want to give them? What are we gonna do? We're gonna kill the
You don't have a
podcast.
choice.
Okay.
That was that easy, was it? Okay. Let me. I have a little
There's
table
6
and
matches.
everything set up. There were 6 matches. Yes.
Yeah, there's only 6 matches, so no Raw tag title match, no U.S. title match.
No IC title match.
IC title match. No women's tag title match.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Why
Okay,
they didn't
Chop.
do the women's tag title match or the IC title Fatal 4-Way on Backlash, I have no idea.
Because that would have made sense. And this is the Fed.
That would have made the show.
True.
So Chop, I'm gonna come to you first.
Oh God.
Lashley versus McIntyre versus Strowman. Who have you got? You don't have to give me a reason. You can if you want, though.
Jesus, I
Need to run
just don't care. I just do not care. I'm gonna say Lashley, but like God.
Lashley.
Yeah, sure,
Lashley.
Yeah, hit the pose, big man.
Okay. I should say this card is straight from Bleacher Report, so if this is wrong, Chris, who have you got?
I've got Lashley.
Yeah, I also have Lashley.
I just want Braun out of the title picture.
I want Braun out of my life.
I want Braun out of the
honestly,
picture.
I just don't want Braun to win. I just don't want Braun winning. If Lashley retains, good. If Drew somehow wins the belt, hey, fine, that's fine. I just don't want Braun winning.
Yeah.
I want T-Bar and Mace to win.
True.
Hey. Bianca versus Bailey. Who have you got and why?
I think this is an easy win for Bianca.
Same. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I love Bailey though. Bailey's awesome.
Yeah, but unless they do a rematch after this, I don't know what Bianca's doing after this Bailey feud. She's gonna feud with Sasha again.
Carmella, maybe.
Yeah, there's not really enough like women on SmackDown for any of this to be feasible.
Mia Yim's supposed to be getting called up.
Yeah, because like apparently they were gonna debut her last week, but the throwback stuff meant they had to cut it. But then they didn't do it this week either. So I don't know what they're
they
doing.
had to cut Mia Yim because they were showing replays of like SmackDown from like, 2003. Like
the real throwback. The women get nothing.
Exactly.
They still get nothing.
Yeah. Well, Rhea versus Charlotte versus Asuka.
Not Charlotte.
Not Charlotte.
Yeah.
Anyone but Charlotte.
Actually, no. I just want Rhea.
Yeah.
I want Rhea to win.
Same.
However, I have the worst fear that no matter what happens, Asuka's taking the pin.
Well, yeah, I think she's in there to take the pin no matter what.
As we've said before, I think on here, Asuka can probably survive that. I think she'll be okay.
I mean, she lost to Carmella twice, so I think she'll be fine.
After getting spooked by James Ellsworth returning.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns versus Cesaro.
Oh, this is the money match.
Yeah. My concern, though, and it's been my concern with a lot of Roman matches, is that it's like, it'll be fine, but it's going to be like 45 minutes long, and I don't want to watch that.
It's going to be like 45 minutes of just Roman punching Cesaro. It's not going to be like
him
an
yelling
interesting
at him.
Yeah.
Like, it may not be. It may be really good, like that match with Daniel Bryan on SmackDown. But, like, you know, I don't know.
Here's a fun game. Take a drink every time Roman Reigns says, "Recognize me" in that match.
Yeah, like that. Like,
recognize me.
Well,
liver poisoning by the end.
He's a good promo, but like it's the same type of thing, like all the time.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something crazy?
Sure.
I think Cesaro's winning this match.
Oh, why is that?
Really?
I don't know. He's been getting pushed hard.
Has
since,
he though?
Literally since the Rumble.
Has he?
He got a WrestleMania win over Seth Rollins. I consider he's getting a Universal title match. I feel like this is.
Yeah, but I feel like this feud is more about Jimmy Uso than Cesaro.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the same time, Cesaro's being constantly pushed as getting the upper hand on Roman and both the Usos. We haven't really seen that.
I guess, but like
the Seth Rollins match was interesting for me because it didn't really feel like it meant anything story wise. It was more kind of like a fun match to watch. It was more like, hey, like these two guys can wrestle good. Let's
Yeah, and
let's
also
let them
like
wrestle good.
Seth wasn't even on SmackDown on Friday, so I don't know what they're doing with him.
No, I showed up last week. In that
Yeah, because last
god
week
awful
he was
jacket.
like,
Like, hold on a second. I just want to point this out. Seth Rollins is the drip god, right? He has how many suits? He has a new one every week, but he
He has a
only
new
has
$20
one.
suit every week.
Yeah, but he only has one jacket. This one god awful red leather jacket, and I hate it.
yeah, him and Kyle O'Reilly need to fucking get their shit together. I don't want to look at them anymore.
Hey, no. Kyle's got drip. No, I will
No.
defend that for the day I die.
Chris. No.
So
Chris,
who we got
Chris.
for Roman versus Cesaro?
Cesaro.
Okay.
I have Roman. Sorry, I'm typing these into the little thing. I have like a thing set up here, table with the predictions.
The table, you said.
I am the table.
I am the.
Suck it. Bobbert Roode and
Bet.
Dolph Zigglypuff versus Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero's son. Who've you got?
Yeah, I think Eddie Jr. is probably gonna win this one because
Yeah.
I think they're aiming for the Usos to win the tag titles. So I don't think they'd have them beat a heel team.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
Mysterios as well.
Yeah, and this is something I've thought about a lot. In kayfabe, right? Is Dominic Eddie's son? Because I think he is.
No, because
In kayfabe, maybe.
Ray won the legal rights to Dominic
No, right? Because
in a
like
match.
obviously IRL, it's Ray's kid, but like in kayfabe, the whole story was that it was Eddie's kid, and he was trying to take him away to like fuck with Ray, but Ray won the custody match, even though he's Eddie's kid, but like
Right.
Ray's basically just his dad. That's what I think happened, but I don't know if they've like retconned this over the years to it was just Eddie lying, but I don't.
He's really known for that.
Eddie was just lying, cheating, and stealing.
Well, we don't know because Eddie never said if he was telling the truth or not, so we don't know if it, you know.
And to finish off our predictions, an absolute killer of a match. Damian Priest versus The Miz.
See, hold on. I'm gonna go look at the WWE Instagram because I'm kind of confused on whether this match is actually happening or not. Because they announced it right on Monday, and they were like, "Yeah, the match is happening." But like on their Instagram, there's no mention of it, and they didn't show it on like the highlight reel on SmackDown. Like they were showing all the other matches.
They could have moved it to the pre-show.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
but they didn't said anything about it. Like there's, I don't. Maybe I'm just missing where they've said it, but I haven't seen about
if it does happen, who have you got?
Priest, I hope.
Yeah.
He is awful.
Yeah, Priest.
Okay. It doesn't look like too great of a card, does it?
No, it's looking abysmal. In fact, I don't think I'm gonna stay up for it.
Damn.
I'm really just staying up for Roman versus Cesaro.
Although I had a nap right before this podcast, so I might be able to like live through it. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I think this.
That's why we started a half hour late.
I think this show is going like maybe 2.5 hours, but it's gonna be a short pay-per-view.
Okay, it's time for ranked this week.
Oh yeah.
Chris, do you want to introduce it? I sent you the list of names, or would you like me to do it because I've got it here?
Well, I already know. I know what this is. I know what I'm talking about here. So, for this week's ranked, it's a bit of a double header. So basically, each one of us are gonna go through our top 5 theme songs for both Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
Yeah.
So by top 5, that's like top 5 between both of them,
Our
not
personal
top 5
top
each.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 5 each.
Okay. Wait, top 5 for each of them.
Oh my God, Daniel. We're gonna have a top 5 list for Raw's theme song and a top 5 list for SmackDown's theme
Bro, there
songs.
isn't
Our
enough theme
personal
songs.
favorites.
There isn't enough theme songs.
Yeah, there is.
I wrote this list out thinking, we'll maybe pick 5 between them. Like,
Do you want to shorten it to 3, Daniel? Because I know there's enough
sure.
for 5 each.
Let's
If
go
you
for
want to shorten
3.
it to all right, then this is gonna get really controversial.
Love when you guys argue with each
See,
other. It's
yeah.
so cute.
I love it when dad and dad
Arguing with each other. You're the one who gave the top 5.
Love it when dad and dad argue.
I'll go first. So my top 3 for SmackDown is Know Your Enemy by Green
Yeah.
Day. I'm not going to do this in an
Absolutely.
order because I'm not going to I refuse to upset people with this.
It's really funny you say that. Yesterday was the anniversary of the album Know Your Enemy.
Oh, was it? Huh.
Yeah, it was released May 15th, 2009. That album, and Know Your Enemy was its lead single. Was it its lead single? I think it was.
I think so, yeah. That's cool.
21st Century Breakdown, the album's called. It's really good.
Yeah. Number 2 on the list, but not in any particular order.
Yeah.
I hate saying this because of who made the song, but it was very fitting for the time. And I like the song, Separate Art from Artist, people. The beautiful people.
Oh, boy.
Look, I don't like Marilyn Manson, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But
What's he ever done?
yeah, that lovable scamp. But the song was good, right?
A good Christian man.
A good Christian man. I
With
mean, look at all the
inherent
crosses in his
moral
imagery.
values.
Yeah. And then my number 1, and you know what? Screw it. This is actually the number 1. I think this is above the other 2. Rise Up by Drowning Pool.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Best SmackDown theme in my opinion. And then for
Yeah.
Raw,
Interesting.
I don't like the way you said that.
Chris
For
is
Raw,
answer to every
we
pick
have
is interesting.
we have Burn It to the Ground by Nickelback.
Yeah.
Good.
Nickelback gets too much hate in my opinion. I don't mind them.
Nickelback's honestly underrated.
Yeah. Across
They
the
get too much
Nation
hate. They're not bad.
by the Union Underground is another banger. And then To Be Loved by Papa Roach. Absolute hit. 10 out of 10.
I just wanna be loved.
That song was like the soundtrack of my childhood being a wrestling fan.
You guys are so edgy.
You should have
I
cut it
love
off before you said wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Right. Who's next?
I love how edgy the two of you are. It's so fun.
Yeah. I wear
I'll
all
go
black
next.
all the time.
You like Metallica, Daniel?
I know.
You heard
Heavy
of it.
metal. Yeah.
That was what?
This is.
That was
I
hot.
hope no
All right,
one I
anyways,
know
I'll go next.
ever listens to this.
All right, so for SmackDown themes, this is no particular order.
I can't be seen with y'all.
Also, keep in mind this is gonna feel weird because this was originally supposed to be top 5.
We listen to music for
But I only
scaring
chose
the
3 of them
hoes.
that I liked. So, number 3. Number 3 is Take a Chance, the 2016 SmackDown Live theme.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. It's a banger.
I remember that one, yeah.
I remember it. Yeah.
All right,
What's
number
next?
2. Number 2, number 2, it's the theme SmackDown had from 2012 to 2014. It's called Born to Run.
No.
That was around the time That was around the time I started watching SmackDown, and that was the theme that played, and I was just kind of hit. It hit different.
I have. Let me listen to this for a half a second
Oh,
to remind myself of which one this is.
No, you're gonna hate me.
Let me Born.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. He hates you already.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, it's Born to Run. It's all one word, and 2 is replaced with the number 2. Okay.
Oh, that's fucking
right.
cool.
Let me turn it on. You're not gonna be able to hear this.
Oh no.
Right. Okay. No matter what the options are. Seem like life go like a Jesus Christ, Chris.
Okay, what's your number 1, Chris? What is it?
My number 1's Know Your Enemy.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Green Day is my favorite band of all time, so
yeah.
Of course Green Day's your favorite band.
What
I'm
is
still
that
listening to Born to Run.
Nothing. It means nothing, Chris.
Keep going. The chorus hits, trust me.
Does it?
It does.
This one! Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Oh my
forgot
god.
about this.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, this I'm entirely with you. You were born to run. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah.
Shot so proud. Oh, son. I don't know the words, but it's whatever.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
Brilliant
man, that makes me feel better.
Get copyright strike.
Well, just for me singing Born to Run.
No, just for you fucking screaming.
That was awesome.
All right. You next.
Well, no, I have the Raw list, dude.
Oh, you haven't done Raw, of course. Sorry, I got too excited by Born to Run by 7.
I want you to keep in mind this was supposed to be a top 5, and Across the Nation is in my top 5, but it's just barely out of my top 3.
Right. Okay. So it's 4 then.
And again, this is no particular order.
Right.
All right, number 3, Legendary.
What?
I can't defend you on this one. I'm sorry, bro.
Guys. I think the spinner belt is the best looking belt of all time.
Come on, Legendary hit.
No, wait. Wasn't your second favorite the spinner, and your favorite title ever was the ECW
TV title? Yeah.
Wait, the spinner belt wasn't my number 2. My number 2 was the hardcore title.
No,
That's worse.
Your number 1 was the ECW TV title.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Why?
Honestly, I don't even know. I think I may have said the wrong title.
Oh my god. There's no good ECW titles. What could you have meant?
No, that's terrible. The ECW World Heavyweight Championship, the last one when it was WWE ECW.
What, the gray one?
The gray one.
Clean,
I loved that.
Wait a second.
Like the flames
was
on it.
That the one I meant?
Maybe that was the one you meant.
The gray one.
Shoot, that may have been the one I was talking about. I don't know. I don't remember.
Hood of a car.
I had the toy version of that when I was younger. That was
why.
Can we get back to Raw theme songs here?
Did they only send you the shit ones in the
UK? No, I had a spinner belt too. No, maybe you're right.
You get the old NXT women's title, and you can have some fun with that.
Oh, let's not do that, Chob.
All right. Anyways. So yeah, my number 3 for the Raw themes was Legendary. Number 2 is Enemies.
Okay.
You know what? It's a good song. It's a good song out with the context of like the fact it's up against "To Be Loved" by Papa Roach, Across the Nation.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of that, number 1, "To Be Loved."
Right.
Yeah, that's my number 1. Okay. Is it better now?
No, you picked Enemies above "Burn It to the Ground" by Nickelback.
That is in my top 5. It was going to be top 5, and then you say no, there's not enough themes. There is enough themes, Daniel.
See, because this is gonna fall apart.
Stop talking at me in your Scottish accent like I don't know what I'm talking about. I had this planned. You showed up half an hour late to the podcast recording.
Yeah, you know what? I am the Axl Rose of this podcast. Yeah.
Daniel.
You will buy my t-shirts.
Chris is fucking shooting on Daniel.
You want a shirt, cowboy?
Cowboy.
Chop, do your list, man. Come on.
What is this? Oh God, this is the worst. Okay.
You want to go, Braveheart? I'm fine. Let's do this.
Oh fuck.
Oh, let's not call me Braveheart.
Okay.
That feels a bit. I don't like that.
Chris, you need to chill.
I will not be defined by a Mel Gibson movie. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Shut up. Not that big. All right.
They may take our lives, but they will never take our ECW TV championship.
Okay. SmackDown. Jesus Christ. Okay. These aren't really in order, but
Okay.
actually, no. I'll throw out a dishonorable mention. Are You Ready by AC/DC? I hate that song.
No.
That's number like 36.
AC/DC slander will not be tolerated.
No, this isn't directed at AC/DC. It's directed at Fox.
Okay.
True.
Fox slander will be tolerated.
Yeah, I hate that song. Anyway. Oh, God. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with...
Be careful now. Chris will shoot on you if you get this wrong.
No, I don't... God, you don't want to hear what Chris will say about me. That'll get him hate crime. That's a hate crime.
Depends.
It won't be as bad as, like... There are other people who will say worse.
I'm still slightly annoyed with the Loch Ness Monster I call my co-host, so go ahead, Chop.
Yeah, shout out to Jackson Riker. Anyway, God, I can't really pick a... Okay, I'll say definitively top 2 is Rise Up by Drowning Pool.
Okay.
That's fair, yeah.
And Know Your Enemy by Green Day. Those are like top 2 for me.
Good luck.
I don't know what number 3 would be. Throw in whatever one you want there. I can't pick one.
Know Your Enemy. Not Know Your Enemy. The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson, because you love him.
Yeah, he's my
massive
favorite.
fan of Marilyn Manson.
I don't love him. You love him.
You love it.
Chop. You Chop and Marilyn Manson. You love it.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Okay,
really?
Avachidi, you love it. Whatever.
Same person.
Yeah.
You love it.
Okay. I hate this.
This is terrible, but it's really funny. This might be the podcast.
Chop, can you come on the podcast? We don't have
Chop, can you come on the podcast, please? We need a guest.
Can't believe I'm not even getting paid for this.
No, you're damn right.
None of us are getting paid, dude.
No.
Well,
If anyone would like to pay us, looking at you, Manscaped.
I thought you signed with that record company in your Instagram comments.
What was it? Like vintage label or something? They had 3 different bot accounts comment on the same post.
Yeah, I thought you signed. What are you talking about? Where's the money?
No, I will not take the money from Vintage Records.
Yeah, we did not sign with Vintage Records.
Damn.
All my homies hate Vintage Records.
I signed with Shanky Records. Okay.
The Shanky?
I hate you so much, Daniel.
I had to say it somewhere.
I hate you so much.
The temptation I just had to just leave the call is too much.
I wouldn't have blamed you.
Anyway, Raw. Top three. I'm gonna say, Burn to the Ground by Nickelback. I know we all love Nickelback slander, but they're not that bad. This isn't in order. Nickelback, Across the Nation by Union Underground. That's a really good one. And To Be Loved by Papa Roach.
Yeah.
See,
Didn't Papa Roach do another Raw theme song, like somewhere in the 2010s? We've all just conveniently forgotten about it.
No, I think it was like an alternate theme.
He did Born for Greatness.
Did that?
No, we're not nameless. We're not faceless. We were born for
That
greatness.
was them. Wait, that was them?
Yeah,
that was
Papa
after
Roach,
Enemies.
Yeah. Damn, I did not know that. Crazy.
Yeah. So, my honorable mention, by the way, for SmackDown is Smack. by Jim Johnston, which you may know as
yeah.
the Botchamania theme song.
Yeah, that's
Just minus like the Iron Sheik and friends.
he's got a bicycle.
He's got a bicycle.
Hulk Hogan. Oh.
Give me a hell yeah. Jeff Harvey. Here comes
Welcome.
Mungo. Minus 5 stars.
Welcome to the Survivor Series.
Yeah, that was the sound that was the sound that Kevin Nash made with his quad tour. I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, I hope Matthew's listening to this.
Oh, he's a massive fan of the Cobra podcast.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm sorry. This has been terrible.
this is just the most derailed podcast ever.
This has been truly awful, but I think it's okay because like this makes up for last week.
Because we went from like, oh, it's a pretty normal podcast. I'm making some very bad jokes, but it's pretty normal. And then we get to rant.
Then all of a sudden, I just start shooting on Daniel.
And I scream, "You want to shoot, cowboy!" as loud as I possibly can. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this podcast, God, you need to find
no
better
one
things to do.
has. No one has enjoyed this.
If you're still listening, Jesus. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Share this with your friends if you have any left after watching
with your
this.
friends.
If anyone talks to
Shut
you.
the fuck up.
Ski-whoa.
No.
I'm gonna go like play Battlefront with the homies to unwind.
I'm gonna go drink some
Battlefront
bleach.
with the homies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go drink some premium the toilet cleaner. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
I understand that some of you feel as though the McMahon-Helmsley faction last Monday on Raw just wasn't fair to Chris Jericho. I understand that many of you feel as though, since McMahon-Helmsley faction made Chris Jericho compete on 3 different occasions, defending the Intercontinental title until he lost it, that it just wasn't fair. Well, that's just too damn bad. Because if you don't think it was fair Monday, you're probably the same kind of people who wait in line. You wait forever in line, like sheep all lined up. You wait in line, waiting your turn, and then you'll see someone like myself very aggressively cut in the front of the line. You'll say, wait a minute, that's not fair. And what about the parking lot? We've all been there. There you are, patiently waiting for your little parking space. Suddenly it appears. You start driving your car. Oops, someone zips in, cuts you off, parks the car, and you say, wait a minute, that's my parking space, that's not fair. What about on those few occasions when you will honestly and objectively look into the full-length mirror? All right, now we're getting somewhere. And you women look into the mirror and you look at yourself and you'll say, ew, that's not fair. And you men won't come close to the mirror, but on that rare occasion where you might take a quick glimpse and you say, oh, that can't be me. No, that's not fair. And you look at yourselves. Go ahead, look at yourselves. Look at the person sitting next to you. Look at them. Look at the person sitting in front of you. Go ahead, look at all of you. You look at yourselves and you compare yourself to the beautiful people here in this ring and you say, that's not fair. And we forget about the looks. What about the money, huh? What about the money? You save and you save. You work yourselves half to death and still you can't afford what you really want. That's not fair. It's not fair that some people are rich and you're not. That's not fair. And you just have to face the facts. The vast majority of you are just born with inferior DNA. You say, it's not fair I'm born with inferior DNA. But you feel sorry for yourselves. You wallow in your self-pity. And then you have to face the facts that life is not fair. Some of you, a select few, you might as well go ahead and admit it. You might as well own up to the philosophy for some of you, and that is that life sucks, and then you die. Yep.
Everybody dies.
Life sucks, and then you die.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, like
My Vince
the,
McMahon isn't what it used to be.
the fifth take
What
of
it
that
used
is the
to
good
be.
one.
Yeah, I used to
Oh,
be
yeah,
an
it used to be
excellent
better.
Vince McMahon. Yeah. Anyway.